G'day, hi, and welcome. Alright, look at this tree. It looks like it's all skinned up. It's funny how it grew like that, eh? Looks like somebody took a knife to it or something. Huh. Imagine that. Big old scary trees. I used to put shooting targets up against that. I can't see them anymore. They grow over so fast. So I'm just going on a little bit of a scout here. Not really hunting, I'm just kind of going through. And this kind of ice crystally kind of I don't know what's going to give out first, my battery or my memory on the I'm just kind of like vlogging like crazy today. I gotta go home, finish fleshing and boarding the otter. No for today, unfortunately, but I'm going to be looking for the next beaver dam up to see if there's a way out there safely. I don't think there is, because if I can, that's where the beaver are. The fact that I haven't caught a beaver yet tells me this. I'll check that out on the way back. It gets really hard walking back here because the briars are so thick. But it's a nice day. Very nice day. I used to trap way back here, and that was get this up a bit more. That was it was a lot easier to get back here. Even the road, like it's the briars that stop you. Eh? Now I'm getting a bit warm with the toque and the. That's what always happens. Is this scoop is nice and clear. I don't remember what it was. It was a 4-power. I think it's just a fixed 4. Oh, I made a crossbow. You don't need a outrageous varmint scope on it. I'm sure there's people that got like the hood lens and all that on there. You know, like a 5 to 25 power or something on a crossbow. I need precision, man. Yeah. All right, now here's where it gets tricky. Thumb on the safety. Finger at the trigger. As I was talking about crossbows, one of the things I was saying was like some of the advantages and disadvantages. There is a lot of advantages, but the biggest disadvantages is the bulk, I think. It's just, like I say, a rifle, you'd go through that without even hesitating, you know what I mean? Where this, you always have to keep the limbs in mind when you're shooting. If the limb hits anything, when it shoots, you're going to have the thing exploding in your face. Catastrophic crossbow failure can be dangerous to you. So, yeah, getting caught on things is something that, I mean, you get used to it if you carry it enough. But, like I say, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything. If I do get somebody that locally has a varmint rifle for that, you know, an all-weather varmint rifle, that would work for me. I'm not really that crazy about the caliber. Oh, is there something out on the ice? What is that? That's a good old piece of log. It's log, it's log, it's a great, wonderful toy. But yeah, I would definitely go for the more practical. So disadvantages, gotta watch out, it's bulky, you gotta watch out for the limbs, slow to load, the weight's a little bit forward, so the balance isn't perfect, but they're light enough, it shouldn't make that much of a difference. You got one shot, which that's not really that much of a disadvantage. Like all these, what the heck's going on here? Beavers are dragging. No, it's not beavers doing that, is it? What they did? They just fell a tree here. Crazy little beavers. What were they thinking? There's the beaver. I can't get to the beaver house. I don't like that. Oh, but you may have just sealed your fates, my friend. That looks like there is a lot of traffic here. I may not be able to get you, but you're mine. Look, they've been busting it. That's probably glare ice. I'm not going to go that far. But you see where they've been busting up? I'm going to bring my axe back here. That's where my other trap's going to go. Thing is, that's going to freeze up fast, but... And they were here this morning. Like you could tell, they were here this morning. So, because that tree wasn't down the last time I came. That's pretty fresh. Yeah, this is where they are. So they're just 2 dams up from where I was. I'm going to see if I can go back a little bit further. This is where I nearly died a few times. This little... You slip. In the exact same kind of configuration, only this time I have a crossbow. You see it fall, you slip, the bolt will raise up, here comes back down at you. Again. Oh, and look at this. Thank you, Mr. Frost. Flatten all these darn briars for me so I can get through it. So yeah, so that's where the other trap's going to have to relocate. Yeah, and that has to happen before the end of next week. Why? Because the furs are good right now. The furs, my friend, are good. So it's keeping the waterways open, but if you can get onto the beaver house, that's ideal. I just want to go back a little bit further if I can. And there's usually a wolf den up there and a wolf den up there. So maybe that's where I heard them from last night. And they didn't go into my trap. Dang wolves. Stupid wolves outsmarted me. There we go. That beaver house fortress out there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, pros to the crossbow. Naturally suppressed in the sense that it's not that loud. It's loud enough, but it's not that loud. You could kill with an adequate crossbow like this, 225 pounds or even 175 pounds. There's probably not an animal on the planet you can't kill with a well-placed shot. If you have a way of making bolts, you don't have to worry about gunpowder or like that. There's no regulations hardly on them at all right now in the sense of ownership wise, where you fire them. Yeah, like I say, the guy that wants to shoot this stuff in his backyard, you're going to freak out your neighbors, and you shouldn't be doing it anyway. I know there's always, well, I got a shed and I shoot up against the shed, but then you ruin all your bolts. Now go find an adequate spot to use your crossbow. Don't use it in your backyard if you have neighbors, because you know, like I say, if that bolt ever ricochets or whatever, and they do, I've seen it, I've shot these things enough times, and archery enough times too. Can I get through this? Is that a rock? I can guarantee you that it's definitely a dangerous, you treat it like a firearm. You know, like, I mean, this bolt, if I were to fire it, say at about that angle, that bolt is going to travel 400 yards. That's 4 football fields, my friend. And anything that gets hit at the end of that is probably going to be dead or severely wounded. So, yeah, these are hunting tools. They're not toys. So, yeah, but that said, that's the advantage. You know, that's what they're designed for. And you could utilize that advantage. So, shoulderability is good. What do we got here? A little bunny hopper. Shoulderability is good. Weight distribution is not too bad. Ease of use once you get over the paranoia of them, you know, the fright of them. They are an intimidating weapon to shoot. So, and of course you've got, like I say, you know, like they're quiet and stuff like that, so you're not spooking all the game. A lot of advantages to them. In, I believe, Chechnya or Bosnia, there were snipers using these things. Maybe not this exact model, but that's, you know, gives you an idea of that was loud. Oh, there you are. Blue jay. Those blue jays can really yell. But yeah, get out in the bush and enjoy it. All right, so I think that's enough. I'm almost through. Look at the tight. You can't get through here in the summer at all. Even with an ATV, it's like, it's dangerous. Thank God all these briars are down. stay down. Just want to check out my old trapping spot, and we'll see.